All right, here we go, guys. Week two. Monday, we're going to start off with our new movement for this cycle. We're going to work on sumo stance box squats. So I really like doing this once in a while, kind of different positioning with the legs. So we're going much wider than squat width. And we're not going to go all the way down, all the way like below parallel. We're going to go about halfway. And we're going to focus more on kind of the acceleration and the power coming out of the squat. So how this works is you're going to be doing 5 reps every 3 minutes, and we're going to come down nice and slow. You're going to sit on the box, get yourself nice and set, and then we're going to really try to drive out of that box nice and fast. So like standing up as quick as possible. So the important part of this is like we're emphasizing more of the speed coming out of that sumo box squat. So make sure you got a weight on there that you can get all 5 done unbroken. We don't want to get to a round where we might fail a rep because you got a box there and you can drop it, but again, it's not ideal. So we're not building up to a 5 rep max. I said just gonna go somewhere between 7 to a 9 RP, but we're not gonna go to like that point that we might not make the rep happen there. So all 5 reps, you want to make sure you have good speed driving out of it. Kind of like the bar kind of makes a little bit of a ringing noise when you come up to the top. That's kind of what you're trying to achieve with this. So a little bit of a different movement here. I have programmed this in the past. If you guys have been here for a long time, you've probably seen this movement before, but always good to get this one back in and try a different angle, different position to strengthen our legs there. And then our workout to follow that up, pretty straightforward, 10 minutes or 15-minute cap on this one, 10 sit-ups to start, and then 125 feet of kettlebell walking lunges, just one kettlebell, hold it how you like. And then we're going to go 20 sit-ups, 100 feet, and then 30, 75, 40, 50, and then 50 and 25 feet. So the sit-ups go up in reps. The walking lunges are going to go down in reps. This one's going to be a lot of lower body, midline, working on the stamina of our core, stamina of our legs. So 15 minutes is a good chunk of time to kind of chip away through this. I would say try to get 80% through this workout, meaning you want to get to the 40 sit-ups and the 50 kettlebell walking lunges. And if you finish, amazing. But this one's going to leave you with those legs and the core pretty sore after this one because it's going to hit that stamina aspect of it. So that's our Monday kind of Thanksgiving day workout in the morning. And then we're going to go into our CFW WODs here. We have Tuesday as our conditioning day. We're going to go 5 rounds for time, 15/12 calorie bike, 10 alternating hang dumbbell power snatches. Oh, this should be actually hang. So actually 10 hang dumbbell power snatches per side, not alternating. And then 10 box jump overs. So we're going to go to a height you'll feel comfortable with, jumping up and then jumping over on the other side. And then instead of taking a rest, we're going to go on the rower and just row at a recovery pace, just like a really gentle kind of pace that we can start to get our aerobic system to start firing up. And that's going to help us kind of recycle some of that lactic acid that's built up, that kind of feeling of like where your heart rate's racing. It's like kind of getting into that zone where like your lungs are kind of feeling a little heavy. This is going to help kind of get the blood flowing, ease down that nervous system a little bit more. So that's the point of doing the row, and to also get you guys to actively recover instead of coming to a full stop. So a little bit of a different kind of way to approach working on conditioning. And this is going to kind of force you to not sprint each round, because if you sprint and you jump on the rower, you're going to basically be just trying to take the first 30 seconds to recover without even moving. So I want you to be moving and actively trying to recover. Ideally, we would try to do this workout where we don't have that 2-minute row at the end of each round, and we're just keeping a consistent pace. So endurance and pacing is the focus on this day. So really track times and see like where you're at. You have 30 minutes to try to chip through this. So that's about 6 minutes a round to get this one done. But again, if you get through the 4th round, you're still good. That's still hitting a lot of reps in this workout and getting enough rounds to get some practice in of your endurance and pacing there. Wednesday's workout, we're going to work on some muscle ups here. So we're going to bring those back. We're working on a strict muscle up progression. So to build up to that, we're going to practice the false grip, and we're going to do some pull-ups from there. We're going to do some holds at the top of the rings and then the bottom of the rings. And then we're going to go into 3 strict ring muscle up transitions. There's a bunch of different ways to do this, so everyone can kind of be at a different level with it. And the idea is to really master the transition, the technique of doing it. Then you can start to make it more challenging and try to ideally build up to just going without using any assistance to do the movement. So really good movement to build upper body strength, body awareness, skill, coordination. There's a lot of different physical attributes out of the movement that can be transferable to other movements too as well. So even if ring muscle ups are not your goal, it's a great way to get stronger and help you get stronger in other movements too as well. So that's a gymnastics skill work for the first half of the class. And then our workout is going to be a fun, quick sprinting workout. This one's for time. So 750-meter row for the guys, 550 for the ladies, and then 30 double push-up burpees. So instead of just doing the 1 going down, you do 2 and then jump up and clap. We go for 30 and then jump back on the rower. I'm going for 750 again for the rowing, and then 550 for the ladies there. So this one is going to be just like pedal to the metal. You want to be moving at an aggressive pace for the entirety of the workout, especially that last row. Just give it your all and empty the tank as much as you can. The stimulus is supposed to be sprinting, so you're going to feel the lactic acid build up, as opposed to yesterday, which is more of a aerobic kind of stimulus. So following up, we're going into our Thursday workout. This day, we're going to be continuing to work on those kind of nuanced movements, doing movements that are more kind of like hitting different planes of our body. So we don't usually kind of do a lot of rotations or kind of like special kind of positions. So we're going to work on that for the first half. I'm going for 8 to 12 bent over overhead banded single arm pull downs, 8 to 12 banded loaded side bends, and then straight leg adductor pull down. So we're going to hit everything today. We're going to hit upper body, core, and we're going to hit legs too as well. And that's going to be kind of the scheme of the Thursday strength piece. And it's more for you to just kind of access different kind of movement patterns that you wouldn't be accessing throughout the week. And this is going to help a lot with getting stronger, increasing your movement capacity, and which with all of that, that's going to help you reduce the risk of injuries too, and stay in it for longer and get stronger and get better at your movements there. So that's the purpose kind of Thursdays there, or the strength piece, I should say. And then following that up, our conditioning is going to be a quick little intervals of Turkish sit-ups and assault by calories. So we got 3 minutes of Turkish sit-ups, 3 minutes of assault by calories, then 2 and 2, 1 and 1, and then you're done. So the goal is to get as many reps done as possible in those intervals there. No rest in between rounds or movements. We're going to be focusing on that stability and balance with our Turkish sit-up, and then that endurance component is going to come through the repetitions and the assault by calories. So we're going to get that cardio stimulus too as well through that. So following that up, Friday, we're going to get back into our regular programming. We got our weightlifting every 90 seconds for 7 sets. We're going to do 2 power cleans plus 2 front squats. So these are not meant to be touch and go. These are meant to be done one at a time. So put the bar down in between those power cleans, and then the front squats you can do unbroken. So hang on to the bar there. Then the idea is for all 7 sets to be somewhere between a 7 to 9 RPE. So it's a little bit challenging. If you guys are more experienced, and you can go up to that higher level of challenge and go a little heavier. But if you're newer to this, stick to your progressions, get comfortable with that first before you start to increase the weight and the speed of the movement. Workout to follow that, we got still some barbell work, 10 minutes, 3 power cleans, 3 thrusters at the same weight, and then 30 double unders. So the power cleans are at 135.95 and the thrusters are at 135.95. So this is a heavy thruster. Power clean might not be as heavy, and it's supposed to be kind of for the power clean, it's supposed to be more of a light to moderate weight, and then the thruster is going to be more of that moderate to heavy weight. So, but it is the same weight. So I want you to choose the same thing. And then the double unders after that, we're going to get that conditioning through it. So we got barbell cycling and conditioning as the stimulus of this workout today. probably aim for 5 or more rounds in those 10 minutes. I think that would be plenty or easy to get in the beginning. If you can bump that up and like maybe even try to hold a minute per round, that'd be amazing for this one. But at least 5 rounds would be a good starting point for this workout as a baseline to aim for. And then we're going into Saturday's workout. This day, again, it's kind of like the movements that we haven't been touching across the week and different styles of workouts. So our skill is going to be handstand push-ups. We're going to work on 4 sets of 5 at a tough progression, and we're just challenging that positioning, just getting into the handstand, working on whether it's a pike handstand push-up, whether it's off the box or off the wall. We're doing 4 sets of 5 that are tough. I'm going to work through that for about 15 minutes there. And then our workout, in that kind of realm of gymnastics, we're going to work on our body weight strength and endurance. We got an ascending rep scheme of horizontal ring rows for 3 reps, lateral burpees over the bar, and then L-sit hold in seconds. So 3, 3, 3, and then 6, 6, 6, and then 9, 9, 9, and continued on. And we're going to go for 15 minutes. So you're going to feel that stamina, or the endurance, I should say, and those muscles start to kind of fatigue. And that's kind of the point of this. The burpees are going to be more your cardio, but the L-sit and the ring rows are going to really tax specific muscle groups in this one. So expect to feel the arms and the core really being challenged in this one today. And then finally, end of the week, we got our community class. So this means we got everybody together doing this workout. It's in pairs or individual. We're going AMRAP 25. RX, we're going 30 med ball wall throws, 20 dumbbell snatch, plus 1 push press. So once you do that dumbbell snatch, bring it down, do a push press, go overhead. That's going to be 1 rep, and then a 500/400 meter row. And we got a scaled and functions option here too as well. And the stimulus is supposed to be endurance. For 25 minutes, we're just trying to be moving, keeping it in that kind of aerobic realm. If you're doing it in teams, you're going to increase the reps by times 1.25, or if you're going individual, just keep it kind of as is there. But have fun with today. The purpose is just to get a good workout in, get a sweat on, get your body moving, so that you can enjoy the rest of the Sunday there. So hope you guys have fun with that one. Fun with the week, and we'll see you guys for the following week.